Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are revisiting Predaplants, and I guess you could say Invoker. Haven't really seen him in a while. What's linked these two archetypes is the new, I think it's a ranked duel ticket, super rare. No, it's of course card trader. It took me forever to get this card from the card trader. But here we have it. It's a plant monster. Once per turn during damage calculation, if a plant monster you control battles an opponent's monster, so either this, or obviously your Predaplant, or any of your Spino or Clammy or whatever, you can make that opponent's monster lose 800 attack until the end of this turn. So it's only 1000 attack, but anything that attacks him is going to lose 800, so he's 1800, but it's only once per turn. So he is fire, so just a nice little fire plant, so we could spam out these Purgatrios, and we have extra support for our Chimera Felicia. So pretty cool with the deck. We are using 2 Treacherous, it goes a long way, 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Now we have some back row hate outside of Cosmic Cyclone, since we are locked from Cosmic Cyclone. But that's pretty much it, just 5 slots for Tex, and everything else invoked, 3 of our fire plants, Spino, Clammy, and a way to search them more consistently. So it is a lot of Predaplant. You're really getting it consistently out there. You just don't have the best first turn plays. You want second turn plays, or you could set and invoke and stuff like that. But honestly, this card's not bad. It has to be utilized for other things like being plant or being fire like we are here. But other than that, it's a pretty decent card. It's a super rare. So definitely get it from the card trader. It took forever. It took days and days and days to get 3 copies of this card. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Jaden going second. Let's see what our boys got for us. We got 2 Spinos, a Clammy, and some back row hate. Our opponent just sets 1 back row, so that makes our play super straightforward. He's going to Fusion Reserve as we are destroying it. He shows a monster, searches a Blade's Edge, or Wild Edge. No, Blade Edge. And then we normal summon our Clammy, go with a Spino. That's Chimera Felicia. Hitting him for 2500, calling it a turn. Now let's see what he's got with that Fusion Reserve. He's gonna go straight into a Poly, going for an Adoration. Now Fusion Recovery gives him that Poly and that Blade Edge right back. But does he have another monster to summon? He's using Necroshade, who special summons the Blade Edge. Now he's going to lower me to 0. But we're still going to gain 1000, lower him by 1000, so we are not hit for lethal. So let's see where our opponent goes from here. We get our Practice. That means we're going to be able to special summon our Spino. That's going to put a token on Adoration. Put a token on the Adoration. That means Clammy is going to be able to steal him and use him for the Predaplant Chimera Felicia. But we're just way over this boy. We have lethal a couple ways over. We're using Dice Booster when we don't need to. Gets our boy up to 2k and finishes him nice and clean. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi going first. Let's see what our boys got for us. We're using that point, or he's using that point boost. Obviously, we're not. Got a Flora and a Spino and a Clammy. We're going to set the Flora in the Mystical Space Typhoon. He's going to Galaxy Cyclone or Mystical Space Typhoon. Pretty annoying. Sets a monster in the back row. We get another Clammy, so we're going to get Clammy started with our Chimera Felicia. Flip up our Flora, because he does help our Chimera Felicia. Now, Fortress Warrior won't be destroyed his first instance of battle, so we'll just have to wait to banish that boy or something. Or we would, but he goes with Dark Sealed Hex, or Hex Sealed Fusion. Dark Hex Sealed Fusion. He goes with a Dark Cavalry. So we go into another Predaplant. Now this is the definition of an animal play. I was really underestimating this guy, and I thought he would trigger his Dark Cavalry effect to save my own monster, but obviously he didn't. but we still swing over him just the same. It's pretty easy. Just 2 back row from our boy. He's got a normal summon and a Risen Gaia, but assault armor and some other very bad equip. That's why I was not really afraid of that guy, and then he just scoops anyway. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a shark. We are in the KC Cup. We're going second. Definitely a second turn deck. Definitely. Our boy's using 30 cards over there. We have our Treacherous. We have Clammy with a Dark Monster. That's a Predaplant. Or we have Invoked. We do have Calico, who is the Dark Invoked monster, I think. No, Caliga. Here our boy's going Xyz. He goes into a Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. An absolutely lovely monster. We're going to Mystical Space Typhoon, his Xyz Reborn. We're going Chimera Felicia with our poor little Alistair. Now he's going to Forbidden Chalice, or Forbidden Chains, Fiendish Chains, our Chimera Felicia. So we still have our Invocation. That's gonna banish our Alistair and our Clammy to make our Caliga, so we're still pretty safe. And it does reduce the amount he can attack, reduces the amounts of effects he can use, all sorts of stuff. So he has some sort of Yugi replacement. Tries to attack into my boy. I'm gonna Chimera Felicia since he's already Fiendish Chained, and now that has finished his turn. We top deck the perfect monster with that Fire Plant. Search our Invocation right back. Go again, but remember, even with Caliga out, or especially with Caliga out, we can only attack once with one monster. So it's not lethal. That's why we don't use our Invoked, because we can't attack any further. But our boy's in pure top deck mode and has to bounce. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yusei going first. Let's see what our boy's got for us. He's using a Dark Magician Girl's mat. We have a Tretch. We have our Fire Plant. Ferocious Flora, Fire Plant. We set it face down though. We are fighting Thunder Dragons. He uses his Dark in the end phase. Starts with an Aloof Lupine. Banish Dark in a Roar. We've seen it before. It's gonna be a special summon and a search. Brings out another Roar. Searches the Hawk. Now he's going to level dupe the Aloof Lupine. That's the M7. M7 aims for the monster, which means our Treacherous is still alive. So as soon as that Hawk comes out, we get to hit him with a Tretch. He does not get to jump back out with that Roar, because he already did that this turn, so we just completely shut him down. Mystical Space Typhoon, super useless against Thunder Dragons. So we're going to go right into our Chimera Felicia with the Spino, in for 2500. Pretty good little setup. Our boy banishes 2, that means a duo. He triggers his Hawk and his Roar. Probably didn't mean to use his Hawk. Oh no, sends his whole hand back. Maybe he did. Then he just ends his turn knowing he can't attack into my Chimera Felicia. We get an Invocation, not really going to do much for us. We're going to Dice Booster. 4, it's times 50, so 4 times 50 is only 200. Chimera Felicia lowers him. Ferocious Flora lowers him, and we hit him for that fat damage. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Akiza, going second. Definitely a second turn deck, like I keep saying. Pretty cool sleeve and mat combination he has there. So we have a Purgatrio, we got a Spino, some back row hate. We're facing Thunder Dragons. So let's see what our boy's got for us. He's going to start with an Aloof Lupine, banish a Roar and a Dark. That's going to special summon and search. So he searches the Hawk. This is all first turn. Special summons a Hawk. Uses the Hawk to special summon a Roar and goes with his Bouncer. So we're going to have to get around this Bouncer somehow and finish his board. we get a perfect card to do it. With Treacherous, we can bring out our Spino. Now, we could have used Spino's effect on Summon to put a counter on one of them, but then Bouncer would have stopped him. Spino even gets an effect when he does damage, he destroys a monster, but we can't use it with Special Summon. All because of this Bouncer, guys. Bouncer is just really pushing us around. But we do have Treacherous, that's all we need. We have Mystical Space Typhoon, our boy summons a second monster in the Raiden, and then scoops. Treacherous can win you single duels, so when you're really light on back row, just run Treacherous, guys. You won't have it as consistently, but you're still gonna get it. So, Dice Booster, the good thing about Dice Booster is you can just use it immediately first turn, so try to do that. Try to use it quick with your little monsters, see if it'll make a difference. Other than that, just a nice generic skill if you're trying to level up your Duke Devlin. Cool little revisit of Invoke. The Predaplants, don't see them as much as we should. Flora is pretty cool. It's worth, the card trader amount. Why not? It could have future potential in plant decks. Who knows? So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.